Previously on Survivor UF, in a surprise twist, both tribes were going to tribal council. As a result, Zoo and Seth won individual immunities. Yet, this wasn't the only immunity up for grabs. Seth found an idol at the challenge, and Victoria revealed that she had one too. At the Alice tribal, the top alliance ruled the vote and took out Mikhail. However, at the Wahlberg tribal, Erica flipped on Brandon, eliminating Victoria. 8 are left. Who will be gone tonight?
Well, I don't know actually. The pre-injuries might have influenced it, maybe have not, but the girls bonded together to take out Victoria. I don't know why it made it seem like they were close. Like, I tried really hard to make it seem like they weren't, but yeah, I'm honestly fine to flip if that comes to it. I'm just worried because obviously I voted minority, and South and sure I'm at the bottom, and like, I'm not good at running competitions as we saw, so like, that's a tough challenge to me. I'm gonna need a flip-flop or something to make sure I'm like not at the bottom, you know?
Alright, so for this vote, I wanted to make us emerge, so I told everyone, I was like, I'm gonna do what I have to do. And I knew me and Zoo, I knew we were gonna vote together because we're from the same tribe. She had immunity, and I know she likes me. We have an alliance, so I knew we were gonna vote the same. And then Brandon and Victoria seemed to be a little bit closer than Erica. So Erica was the swing vote, so she was that 5th swing vote. And I kind of had the vibe that Brandon and Victoria were going to vote me because because Erica was from their original tribe. So, and Zoo had immunity, so I was kind of like what those two were going to vote for. So it came down to who Erica was going to vote for. And I talked to her and I said, listen, Victoria is probably the biggest threat, like, on this tribe, definitely, and maybe in this game. People on the other tribe thought that she was, like, a contestant to win. Like, she did so good at the puzzle, like, she knows what she's doing. She was a very big threat, and I said, if you want to make a big move, because she doesn't know that much Survivor knowledge, you're going to have to blindside your own tribe. I said, there's nothing better on your resume than to say, but right before the merge, I got out the biggest threat in the game as someone who's not a very big, Survivor fan. She didn't want to back on her own lines. She felt bad, but I said, listen, girl, like, you need to do that. And I said, it's going to look great on your resume, not as much mine, it's going to look great on yours. Well, it's going to look great on my resume because I was the one that put that in her head. I was the one that convinced her to vote. So really, I'm the reason that happened. Erica was just the vote, but I was the one that convinced her, listen, she's a bigger threat than me. I think I'm a pretty big threat, and I feel like I do kind of have a target on my back because the only 2 tribals I've been to, I've gotten 2 votes each time. I think it's because I have a bigger, more outgoing personality than a lot of people, which a lot of people consider as a threat. But I did hear through the grapevine that someone thought I was stupid, but I don't think that's true. I just think I have a big personality and people are afraid of that, so I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit, but at this point, people, I think, kind of know that I'm, like, a loud, outgoing person, but now we're in the merge, it's kind of time to, like, extend boundaries, and I feel like we have a lot of big personalities left.
So I voted for Mikhail because I really want to keep the alliance between me and Seth and Ava strong, and definitely voting for Mikhail would have ruined that. It would have been a 2-2 tie, and I'd rather just vote out someone that's not in my alliance.
So going into tribal council, I was feeling a little bit nervous just because I started to realize how close Seth and Lexi were, and I felt like I was kind of on the outs with them, even though we had a strong 3 and just had to vote out Mikhail. So I was like a little nervous that they would pair up with Mikhail and try to vote me out. But we ended up sticking together, thankfully, and took the easy vote and got Mikhail out. So now it is just me, Seth, and Lexi. So I'm hoping we can continue our strong 3 through the merge and make it all the way to the end.
Before we eat, drop your buffs because we are merged. Oh! And this is your merge piece.
Little Caesars. What colors are you?
Well,
Yay, merge! I did everything in my power to make it to the merge, and I made it to the merge, but I was really, really excited, and I couldn't just, I couldn't shut up. I was just so happy and just so giddy, and I'm always talking, so I was talking about, all about, like, going out to mid and just life and school and how much I love Survivor and the original season. So I did that at the merge, but I was so nervous because I almost just got voted out, and so I was kind of on thin ice. So I was barely I had like half a slice of pizza and I could barely scrunch it down, but other people were like gobbling up pizza. But it was really fun at the merge feast to just sit around and talk to everyone that I didn't really get a chance to talk to yet, like people like Ava, who I never was on the tribe with, but from the beginning I was like, oh, like maybe I would work with her, so people like that, getting to talk to them and just feel out their vibe was really cool. But it was just a fun time because I was like, yay, we all made it to the merge. It was super great.
Okay, so I remember you watched Big Brother. It felt good. So it's kind of a big, it's kind of a Big Brother inspired challenge. It's called E-Tip. So basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna say like a trivia question, and then you're gonna have to find the answer on one of those papers on the floor. And so basically when you get what you think is the answer, you have to kneel down on one of these white papers. There's one less paper for like the 7 of you, so like there's 6 papers and 7 of you. If you all get it right, the 6 of you, and the 7th person is out, then I take one away, and then it's just the process keeps on going. Yeah. Yes. I mean, no, that's not multiple answers. No, like
multiple of the answers.
Yeah, like multiple. I'll take your immunity. Immunity is back up for grabs, but there's only one immunity this time. Which one do you guys like?
That one looks it's more than this.
Do not go until I finish the question, okay? Okay, survivors ready? Okay. What was the first flavor of beer? Go.
I knew it!
Lemon lime. Erica, you're out. Seth, you're in. Okay. Perfect. So I'll take this paper away.
I thought it was lemonade. No idea.
The next question is, when was UF founded? you have your answer now. 1863 is correct. 1853. What was your answer? What was yours? You two are eliminated. Sorry. When was the UF football's first claimed national title? Yeah, what year was the UF football's first claimed national title? Everyone have their answers locked? Let's see. Okay, the only thing that got it right was Seth.
Oh my god.
It was 1996.
It doesn't matter because I'm a home.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, Seth, you have one immunity. So, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
How are you feeling right now? Awesome.
Wow.
Alright, well, get to strategizing. We'll have tribal council soon. You're all merged as a tribe, so you can all communicate with each other.
Feels so good. This immunity challenge was so important for me because if they were gonna get me out, they were gonna get me out to like now. But I have an extra security blanket. I don't want to use it, but I know that I have to, which sucks because it's 4-3. The only way that we're gonna infiltrate the 4 is to use the idol correctly. I really need to know who the votes are going on, whether it's Ava or Lexi, so that I can correctly use the idol.
Actually, in fact, can we just like split up? Yeah. Because I want to get to know like some of you guys because I really want to talk. I don't know you yet, so yeah. Like, you want to split
The next time it's like doesn't want to leave, like I feel like he's gotta get out because he's won 2 in a row.
He's gonna be a physical threat. I feel like he's very good social game.
Yeah, I think he's which is gonna be, I think Lexi can like be tight.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to blindside both of them if we do it.
But I feel like, if I continue to talk to Lexi and build this, I mean that this isn't in the future,
Right.
but like this is just we gotta make a big move like
Yeah.
inside of your lives. It's hard, but like,
You gotta do it, yeah.
I feel like, like as of right now, like I know Brandon are laying down, so like I can't like
Let's go.
yeah, like he's like I'd rather like do you wanna talk now?
Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah.
This is definitely a lot harder because we're merged now and everyone's coming to you with information. You kind of don't know who to tell what information to. So it's kind of hard to like balance out that like I want to tell this person this and this person this kind of thing. So I think it's going to be a lot harder with both. So I'm allied right now with Seth and Lexi. However, they're very two strong bonds and I am pretty worried about that. So I'm keeping my options open. I just had a talk with Kristen and I kind of liked what I heard and liked her ideas. So I can see myself aligning with her in the future.
I'm probably not gonna go because he's in my original team, and I'm loyal to him. I really have no idea. Are you loyal to him? See what? What? If I'm being honest, yeah. I'd probably go for Ava because she's, I don't know, better. Not because I haven't spoken to her. I guess I just started speaking to her too quickly, but I don't know. She's really good.
I'm not sure how like the votes are gonna split really. Yeah, I mean like I was on like the team with 4 people compared to 3, so I know like my team has a majority. So like even though I'm not exactly sure how their loyalties lie,
I'm I do feel kind of safe for this round, just this round, because like now we're all split up. And tonight, I would probably vote for someone on the other team, so it's between Ava and Sexy Lexi.
Maybe like keep us in because like once I'm gone, like
I have no, yeah. The thing is, like, are you guys a strong four? Are you guys a tight four? Because
Kristen, she like pulled her it's her name, Ava aside first. She was like the first one to pull someone out.
interesting.
She did that to me the very first trial thing. She pulled me aside too, so she's like very good social with everyone else.
I mean, yeah, like I kind of like her a lot.
I like her a lot too. Her and I have kind of allies from the start, but she would like talk to me. So I think that's why she's good.
Right.
Maybe an idol or something like that.
Do you think your people are coming after you?
Maybe because they know each other. Like I think she would be because like who else is a big challenge?
First off, Brandon's a goat. He is voting whatever way I go. I already know that. I don't want Brandon out. I think Kristen wants. Ava told me that Kristen said Brandon's name, and then I went up to Ava and I went up to Kristen and I was like, oh, whose names have you heard? She's like, oh, I heard Ava and Brandon. But funny thing is, Ava was the first person she talked to, and she was the one throwing out Brandon's name, or Ava said she was the one throwing out Brandon's name. So I feel like Kristen's coming after me because she knows I'm a big challenge threat, and like I really needed the immunity today. Like literally, and the question was like, what year was UF founded? I remembered the 1853 like answer. I didn't know what the answer was, but I remember I saw that number, and so right away I booked it to that date and I grabbed it, and then I grabbed 1859. I was like, oh frick, which one should I choose? And I chose 1859 over 1853. So I honestly feel like I could have won that, but like whatever. So now I'm scrambling. I know Brandon's voting with me. I think Seth wants to work with me because we're both the biggest like challenge threats. I think I just need to get out like a big threat, but not Seth right now. Well, obviously he has immunity, but yeah. So Brandon and Seth.
Like, did you talk to anyone else about me?
Oh yeah. I spoke with Nancy. I'm probably gonna vote between. I told her like I'm probably gonna vote between her and Ava. Just because like they're on like separate teams. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, who proposed these two names?
Me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. But like because like because they're on the other team. Just no.
What's the other team?
Like I mean like originally like we were on this one and they're on the red team. So I don't know.
So like who did you talk about? Like who's voting with you? Like, that you?
Oh, I have no idea. Like I was just kind of I don't know because like, she was the only person I talked to and then I went to confession.
So you told her about it.
Or Ava. So she's more of a friend. The blocks. Dude, we just have to. The stupid people have to band together.
I have to be sorry.
Well, there's a good chance I'm going home. Vote with me, I think. Soon would vote with me. I don't know about the others. I haven't talked to them much yet. So it's Seth right now. I mean, we can get Seth and the one who fell to work. I know they're close, but I don't know yet. I have to figure it out.
Sides are still split by our old tribal line, so 4 against 3. I may have convinced Kristen to vote with us to get Brandon off because she said out of her 4 people, she likes Brandon the least since he voted for her previously. I don't think the idol is going to be played this round because Seth has the idol, hidden immunity idol. He also has the individual immunity, so he won't use it.
we're still talking, but.
I don't think so, but I think that's really. I've seen you closer to Seth. Yeah, so she doesn't like that. I don't know if she doesn't like that. I think she just noticed it because it's hard to not notice it too. So she said, like, no. I told her. Brandon voted for me. Brandon voted for me last time, so I was like, he voted for me. He didn't move. I was like, I'd rather vote for him. And so I was like, like, so I think Ava was pretty much on it. I think Ava was on board with that because she was like, you can't vote for Seth, and I told her, like, you like that. And so, like, Zoe's had my dad for 32 tribes that have been tribals we've been at. And Erica is the reason why we got this merge because she could have voted for me. She took for me. So, like, I told Erica, I was like, I'll have her back. Like, so unless it comes down to, like, me or Erica, I'm gonna have Erica's back as of right now. Like, I'm not gonna backstab her until, like, I need to, if that makes sense, because, like, she had my back, and I appreciate that. But, I mean, Brandon voted for me, you know, and I feel like I can bring in, if you don't want to bring in Ava, like, I'm honest with me. Oh, Munich. No, I don't know like the third person. You just like, I'm sorry. That's like bruised. So, like, there's so the people out of that third person said that this was the goal. As long as you don't have to tell your other people. Brandon, that's already yours. You don't have to tell your other tribes. Do you think Seth would do? Have you talked to Seth? What name is he from? No, I haven't talked to him. What name is he from? No, we haven't talked about any of your people. Okay. I have to go talk to him. Yeah, so talk to Seth and I think if he'll probably do whatever I say. Yeah, okay, so then say Brandon because he's like sketchy, like he's sketchy, like whole backstab, like say that to him. I definitely never like wasn't because I think she's a most so she'll go Brandon, so I think the four of us will okay. So go talk to Seth. Which names did you hear?
I can back up too.
Girl, we can't talk shit about you.
Yeah, I agree. As the other two.
I think the other two are more Oh, well.
Well, we still need to
nice
talk.
way.
That doesn't make it fun.
Well, you guys were huddled up, so now
Well, I tried coming in here, but I know it's a private convo. That's why I didn't.
It's still kind of like old time ones. Yeah. So
Why are we doing when she tried to support him?
That's what people are going to be comfortable with. It's like 4 against 3 is what we think. Yeah. Like the original
it was me and her. I was the Okay.
I mean, that's not how it. I mean, that's not how it can be. No, that's how I felt. That's how I felt because I haven't really had a chance to meet any of you.
This is our first. Yeah, so how can you trust that? Yeah, you can't.
How does Ava gonna feel if she thinks we're all talking and she's not included?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm probably gonna go talk to Zoe. Ava said Zoe's really gonna be random. Yes.
You don't vote hanging out, but not good.
They all this was very ancient tribes and also I mean, if you want to tell me, it's fine. I just want to make sure it's not me. Like, if it's me, then it's me. But if it's not me, like, I want to protect myself.
So you would vote with us?
If it's not me, for sure.
They're gonna not like you if you vote with us. And then
I will stop.
How can you tell if they're talking shit?
Oh.
How can you know you're talking shit?
You see it in the road. I mean, look, I won't go with this after this. I'll stay here.
I'm confused because you have no like.
Yeah.
So why are you coming to me?
Okay. We have the majority, so we should.
Did you get that on film?
And I was like, wow, that's not me, but I'm not gonna put that. And then they were like, well, you're gonna go to your old tribe and tell them, like, I don't want to tell you that, you know?
So, I mean, okay, so now that we're in the merge, I know that I really need to start making some big moves. I can kind of go a few different ways with this merge when it comes to alliances. So I originally came with a tribe with Zoo and Mikhail, the very OG tribe, and then we kind of merge swapped, and so I could stick, with, Erica and Brandon and Zoo, or I could, switch ships and go with Seth and Lexi and Ava. So I trust Lexi, and so I want to work with her. And I do trust Ava. Seth I don't trust that much, but I do trust Ava and Lexi. So I'm heavily contemplating working with them, and I want to work with Lexi. And I don't know if I want to stay true to my original alliance, because I can tell that's kind of what the other tribe's going to do, is that they're going to stay to that true alliance. But I know that in order to make it to the end, I have to make big moves. And in order to, make big moves, you can't just stick with your original alliance the entire time. So I don't really trust my original alliances anyway. At this point, I still trust Zoo. So I'm working with her, and I made a promise to Erica to work with her. So at this point, I'm still working with her. But I was scared from the whole Mikhail thing. Voted for me the first round, but Brandon is what really scares me, because he was conniving against me right before the merge. He voted with Victoria, and so I knew I didn't want Brandon in the game because I didn't trust him. So for this vote, it's coming down to Ava or Brandon. And I can switch ships and work with Ava, someone who I trust more than Brandon, but I know that she's well liked, and she's an athlete, so she's probably pretty good at challenges. But then there's Brandon, who probably is not as liked, and probably isn't the best at challenges, but I don't trust him at all. And so I need to weigh my options and think what is going to be better for me in this game, to switch ships and make a big move and go with someone I trust more, who might be more liked than me, or do I vote out someone who I don't trust.
First merge tribal. Exciting. Erica, do tribes still matter after the merge? Your past tribes? like past tribe, like your past tribes, like that you're in? Does it still matter after the merge?
I mean, I think it matters in the way that people from different tribes haven't had the chance to like get to know each other. So there's probably like more hostility towards like people they don't know, so it's less personal. So I guess that means yes.
Ava, how has your strategy changed since the beginning of the game to now?
Now I'm gonna fight for the members because I don't know members like previously. So now I'm kind of just thinking how I can find craft or something in that alliance to try to get the members and kind of keep my free level.
Kristen, how has the merge changed your gameplay?
I feel like the past few travels I've been to, I've kind of just been like, I need to save myself, and now I feel like I still have that mentality, obviously, you want to keep yourself, but it's, you know, when you get to the merge, you gotta think, you know, what's best for my gameplay, what's the move that, you know, is bold, but also, you know, will get me to the end, so it's less about, you know, making it to the merge. The last vote, I feel like I was like, I just need to get to the merge, I'll do whatever to get to the merge, but now I'm here, it's like, okay, well, now what do I have to do to make it to the end? Because it's just, you gotta make, you know, big moves to get to the end, and if you make it to the end, you need to plead your case, and you can't ride coattails and win.
Seth, with your second individual immunity win, do you see yourself as a big threat now?
I do, unfortunately. I know that if I didn't have this, I would be missing. So I'm very happy that I have this.
What is your strategy to get to those final cheers at the end?
My strategy is to pick up on like social cues to like see who's like aligned who's trying to blindside me. Like that's really important to see like how behavior, like what you have changed and like who they've talked to and who they talked to and who they knew that that's like something to take.
Brandon, after the immunity challenge, did you notice anything different with like being merged now? Was there like people splitting off? Like what were you sensing?
I was just sensing hostility, but it's fine. I think we are all in a super hostile environment and stressful, and we just have to work with each other to make sure we make the correct decision.
And Lexi, with all the stress that Brandon's talked about and hostility, how are you navigating through this and making sure that you're at the final chair at the end?
I'm trying to stay with the alliance and I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. So if I came off hostile, I'm very, very sorry.
I wasn't directing that at anyone. Does anyone have anything else to add? Does anyone have a big enemy that they see and want to say? Just want to ask. Okay. Well, I'm just for voting. Brandon, you're up first.
I think it's not for me.
The way that I have to come in here each time now. Stupid.
I don't want to be voting for you right now, but that's the name that I've heard. So I just don't want it to be me.
I'm voting for you tonight because I know you're voting for me, and it's either going to be me or you tonight, and I don't think it's going to be me because I had everyone flop.
The idol they like to play. First vote, Brandon. Second vote, Ava. One vote Brandon, one vote Ava. Third vote, Brandon. 2 votes Brandon, 1 vote Ava. Fourth vote, Ava. 2 votes Brandon, 2 votes Ava. Third vote, Brandon. 3 votes Brandon, 2 votes Ava. Eighth person voted out, and a 4th member of our jury, Brandon. You can come up and bring your torch.
No way.
Dude, crazy.
South Tribal Council. I'll see you guys later. See you.
Later, see you.
I know.
I know you said that if it was the 4 of us, we would be tight and we would be with this alliance to the end, but you put my name down right before the merge and I almost went home. So I can't trust you, and I feel like I was kind of a swing vote for this, and I don't know if I'm switching my alliance with this vote, but I do think I'm closer with the other alliance now that I've done this, and single couples, I'm still close with Zoe, and I just don't trust you, and it's as simple as that.
Okay, like, I don't know. I mean, I understand, like, obviously Victoria leaving pre-merge is not the best for me, but I'm just not, I don't know. I don't know, I think I was unlucky that I got on a 4-person tribe, let alone, like, in a minority gender, and then, I mean, I was surprised to see actually that, like, I only had 1 vote, which I'm assuming is, I don't even know her name. Yeah, I think, like, the reason that I was voted out was because between me and, you know what I'm talking about?
Which girl?
The E-girl. When I was on the tribe with.
I forget. I honestly,
Erica.
There's Christine,
Erica.
Erica.
Between me and Erica, I feel like I'm a bigger threat, and again, I feel like if Victoria wasn't voted out, I would have had majority to like figure my way in, but because both tribes like stood strong, I don't know. So I think the best person that's probably gonna win is one of the girls on like the old tribe, just because I feel like they have the most agency, and yeah.